Gavin, Donnelly, career coach at BCC. If you could just start us off, if you could tell us about yourself and a little bit about your professional background, that would be great.
Yeah, sure, Gavin. Glad to be here with you today. My name's Alex Gandal, like you said. I am a cost engineer for Alliance Consulting Group, and essentially what I do is work on cost estimates for construction projects. I've worked here for a little over a year, and before this, I was working at a general contractor as a project manager. So I was managing construction projects back then. In terms of my education, I got my degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Maryland, College Park.
Do you see any overlap between your job as a project manager and your job now as a cost engineer?
Yeah, definitely. It's important for my current job as a cost engineer to understand how the construction process works when you're putting together an estimate. There's thousands of parts and pieces, and there's a certain way that they all come together. As a project manager, I was on site most every day. I saw firsthand how the construction process works in the field, and that definitely was valuable for my current position as a cost engineer.
Can you discuss a project or accomplishment you're really proud about as a cost engineer, or if you want to go project manager, that's okay too.
Sure. Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, so I had a recent project which was a cost estimate for a pier construction project. And this was a new type of project for my company. We hadn't done any cost estimates for piers in the past. So this particular project required a lot of research and special analysis, plenty of hours spent on that. In the end, we were able to put together a successful estimate, and it was pretty rewarding to see everything come together and to see that everything that me and our team had worked on come together into this successful deliverable to the client.
What specific education or training do you think prepared you most for this role?
Yeah, so I'd say mostly on-job experience in terms of preparation. Yeah, mostly on-job experience. There's a lot of nuances when it comes to cost estimating that they won't necessarily teach you in school. I would certainly say that the education that I received from my mechanical engineering degrees still proves valuable for any position that I've had outside
Mm.
of once I've graduated, just based on the amount of work that I had to put in school. Taught me how to problem solve. It taught me how to stay organized. So there's definitely value in my degree. But overall, I'd say on-job experience, internships, previous positions, and just coming to work every day was probably what prepared me the most.
Nice. I guess, would you say if someone, in college looking to get into similar career pathway for you, would you recommend that they study like mechanical engineering, or do you think there might be a different major that might be better suited?
For my specific career as a cost engineer, I do think that typically when they're hiring, they are looking for an engineering background. So I would probably say that if you're looking to be a cost engineer, then some sort of engineering degree would be the route you would want to go. But if you're looking to work for, let's say, a general contractor, like I was before as a project manager, there's plenty of other backgrounds that people come from. And while it was still valuable to have my engineering degree in that position, I don't think it's necessarily required. But if you're looking to go into some sort of project management position, there might be degrees that you can get for specific project management, but I know for a fact that there are courses that you can take in school specifically
Mm.
for project management. And I think that definitely would be helpful to prepare you for your career after school. And then there's also certifications that you can get while you're working after school, such as the PMP, the Project Management Professional Certification, which can help prepare you. There's the CCP, the Certified Cost Professional
Mhm.
Certification. So yeah, there's plenty of resources and certain ways you can prepare yourself for a career, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go one way or the other after school.
How do you continue to learn and grow professionally?
Certifications. I did recently receive my Certified Cost Professional Certification, the
Right.
CCP. In terms of how I continue to learn and grow, it's always looking for opportunities to take on new things, to learn
Mm.
new things. especially when you're doing an internship or something. Always be asking your bosses or your coworkers, what are you guys working on? Is there anything I can do to help? It's a new, interesting thing that I've never seen before. And it's also very valuable for me to talk to my peers and learn from my peers, because there's always going to be people who've been working in your company or your industry for twice as long as you, 4 times as long as you have. I always make sure to learn as much as I can from those people because they have experienced just about everything. So they have a really valuable knowledge base that I always try to learn from.
Can you discuss a time when you had to innovate or think creatively to help solve a problem?
Yeah, for sure. There was a recent project that we worked on that was a very large project, larger than our typical projects. And in order to complete all deliverables, we had to bring in multiple team members and even a few outside consultants. This required us to come up with a plan and procedures to split up the work, to schedule the work, to track the progress, and to make sure that everyone is on the same page to put together the final deliverables for the client. I had to come up with schedules, I had to come up with specific documents to implement the plans. It was cool because after the project ended up going pretty successfully, and I think that the processes and plans that you put in place worked. After that project, a lot of these plans and processes became standard practice at my company. It was cool to see that all come together.
Nice. Last question. I don't want to take too much of your time. What's the strangest or most unexpected task you worked on?
Yeah, one thing that comes to mind is when I was working for the general contractor at one of our project sites out in near Frederick, Maryland. Somehow a chicken made its way to the job site. It was hanging out by our job site office. I ended up having to call animal control to come get this chicken because we couldn't get it to leave. So that was definitely an unexpected job responsibility that I had for that position. So that was a funny story.
You never know what will happen at the job site.
Exactly.
Awesome. This has been great, Alex. Thank you again so much for your time and answering these questions. Very informative. So thank you very much.